Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
I'm Travis.
And we are late to the party, and it is another episode of Better Late Than Never.
BLTN.
That's I'm hungry now. I want a BLT. But thank you guys so much for being so active with those fan submissions. We appreciate it. But now we are continuing the next trek into
The American Film Institute's Top 100.
AFI.
Not America's Funniest Homies. America's Funniest Institute.
Yeah, why do they call it AFI?
Either way, these are...
Oh, that's AFV. Let's continue on. Patreon is where we are getting our numbers from.
Yes, Eric from Patreon, thank you very much. We're continuing your theme that you picked out here. Top 100 of the American Film Institute numbers picked randomly by them that we're now presenting, and they had no idea what numbers they were picking it for.
Lawrence of Arabia
We knew
was last
what
week.
numbers we wanted, we just don't know what the numbers were associated to.
So, 7 is done, and that was Lawrence of Arabia. Now, next up on the list.
Number 9.
That's my number. That's the month I was born. September. It's a good number.
This movie, made in the year of 1958.
Interesting, okay.
It's an oldie.
It's a suspenseful romance.
Oh.
Interesting. Even better.
James Stewart.
Jamie Stewart.
Kim Novak. Directed by Mr.
Hitchcock would be proud. Come on, I've picked up a few things about a little bit of Hitchcock. If it's those two together.
Alfred Hitchcock.
There we go. I told you.
Let's go. Watch number 9.
Yep. I haven't seen it.
Vertigo.
Oh,
A feeling of
there it
dizziness,
is.
A swimming in the head. Figuratively,
Is it Vertigo?
a state in which
Yeah,
all
I
things
can't
seem
tell.
to be engulfed in a whirlpool of terror.
It's actually
As
Whirlpool.
created by Alfred Hitchcock in the story that gives
High
new meaning to the
anxiety.
word suspense.
Oh, we did that.
Yeah, we did.
I don't want to die. There's someone inside me. She says I must die. Just don't let me go.
A beautiful girl haunted by the desperate, unexplainable urge to destroy herself. A man possessed by the paralyzing vertigo that made him afraid of high places.
Easy now.
I know. There's the cinch. There, I look up. I look down. I look up.
What was the strange attraction that brought these two together, in spite of the dark forces that tore them apart? The specter from the past that drew her to the ancient headstone in the mission graveyard. The compulsion that drove her relentlessly to the point of no return. The story of a love so powerful it broke down all
It's like the same
barriers
spot
between
Mel
past
Brooks
and
did.
present,
Sure, exactly.
between life and death, between the golden girl in the dark tower and the tawdry redhead that he tried to remake in her image.
If I let you change me, will that do it? If I do what you tell me, will you love me?
Yes.
Then I'll do it.
Girl, don't change for
Tell
me.
more about me.
You don't need to change for him.
Man, she's changing her hair. Only Hitchcock can do.
No! You're afraid of heights. Don't look down.
Whatever you do,
Don't look down. High anxiety. So yeah, we did a trailer reaction for High Anxiety, which was essentially Mel Brooks' take on Alfred Hitchcock, and very much so Vertigo.
Yeah, because I feel like at the core, even though it took a lot of what we're talking about High Anxiety.
Of
but
course.
It took a lot of what Hitchcock did with all of his movies. The bottom line of that movie was majority Vertigo.
Of course, yeah.
So, yeah, you can kind of get the same feeling from that movie versus that one. I've seen High Anxiety.
Of course.
I've never seen Vertigo. So,
that's your correlation, though,
Yes.
is that's how you make the connection.
Yeah.
Which, going and watching Vertigo now, that's the problem I have, and why I haven't really gone on to see Vertigo, is that I will just dissect it so much to, that's in High Anxiety,
Yeah,
that happened
yeah.
there. Dr. Richard Thorndike falling out of his chair, mama, like, that's the connection I'll have versus taking Vertigo seriously. It's a shame.
So that's why you don't watch Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, yeah. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. Can't do it because of Robin Hood Men in Tights. I cannot do... Godfather, to me, is humorous, and so is Casino, because of the movie Mafia with Jay Moore. Like, I love Mafia so much, Lloyd Bridges, but unfortunately, it ruins those serious movies for me, to where I'm like, that was this in Mel Brooks or this movie, so it's really hard for me to be able to take them serious. But yeah, I know I have to. I know Kim Novak, I know Jimmy Stewart, and I know Hitchcock. I just need to watch the movie.
You do. This is a good one from Alfred Hitchcock. And Jim Stewart, I mean, he's a great actor, and I thought he did great in this movie as that cop that couldn't be no more because he's afraid of heights.
So he's a cop?
Oh, did I spoil it for you?
I just didn't know. Dr. Richard Thorndike, he's a psychologist, so that's why I'm curious as to if it is completely different, then that would make it easier for me to separate high anxiety from Vertigo.
It'll separate your anxiety to watch it.
Yeah. But yeah,
Will you get vertigo while watching this?
If you're afraid of heights, I'm sure. Yeah.
We'll do it on the big projector, the big TV.
You'll be like Liza Minnelli in Arrested Development.
Yeah, but she wasn't like heights. She'll just get it randomly. She's
Yeah,
like,
it was like her inner ear threw her off balance all the time.
Would you guys watch this movie off this trailer?
If I were from that time
Yes.
in the cinema, yeah, of course, because I love a good suspense thriller, and this is one that set him up.
That too, but also like the fact that it's like Alfred Hitchcock, and back then he was like a pivotal director back then too. So you're like, oh, I have to watch this.
He was, very much like you hear Nolan, you know what you're getting. You
Spielberg.
You hear Hitchcock. Hitchcock would be proud. Yeah, Adam Newell coined that phrase. It's an amazing phrase because it had us dig a little bit deeper into Hitchcock as well as being in the movie Trivia Schmodown. Vanessa did a hell of a pull for one question. Actually, it got us to win the match, but it came down to a Hitchcock pull. Because of
stage
that,
fright.
it was stage fright. But because of that, we want to dive more into the world of Alfred Hitchcock and Vertigo. Clearly being number 9 in the top 10 of AFI's, best movies. It's a must see for
Which
sure.
it being none, because like one of his most famous ones is Psycho.
Right.
So
I have seen.
Which now I'm curious to see where Psycho lands on that.
That's true, and I've seen both versions of Psycho too.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really the only Hitchcock one that I've seen through and through.
The later version of Psycho, not Hitchcock.
With Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Bates Motel?
No, I need to watch that
Few
series.
episodes. I've heard really good things of Bates Motel. But either way, Hitchcock did good work. I'd like to dive into his, and Vertigo is definitely one that I would check out. So, thank you, Travis, for bringing this to us.
Thank you guys.
Making
You
us
picked
pick
it.
numbers.
You did. Thank you, Eric, again for bringing this to our attention with the Patreon. So, if you guys have a theme or anything you want to put to it, please, Patreons, give us some ideas.
That Patreon suggestion of the AFI Top 100 is definitely a great recommendation. We will do probably like 6 out of that, and then we'll pick a new theme from there. So that's going to be the trend that you'll see with Better Late Than Never going forward. So definitely give in those recommendations on Patreon. The comment section below is also the best way to recommend any of these movies.
And I love how you say, like, with the comments... Comment below. If you want something, Vanessa, comment below.
That's true, yeah. That's the perfect way to get it in there.
Recommend old Disney.
People knew how much I love Clue, so that's why we ended up doing that one. So either way, thanks, Eric. Thank you, everybody who watches Better Late Than Never. You can like and subscribe.
And you can do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking you enjoy, you know where they are. Kicking the party, fuel the party, keep the party going at our Patreon. Gets us where we need to go. Gets us to do more of these episodes because they're so much fun to make. And then you guys respond with what you love about them. These movies that have touched our lives so much in life.
Yes, you can, like they said, comment. You can comment. We could do themes like all of a certain actor and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
Sky's the limit, guys.
She was probably extra loud right there too because she was megaphoning it. So thank you guys, and as always, now it's time to say goodbye.
Bye.
This party's over.
Okay.